chill. Like there shouldn't be kills. I'm still kind of surprised that Boxy ended up going down top. This is not a lane that VP should be getting away with kills. It's just a very boring laid back lane with a lot of sustain. But getting kills really nice. They kind of speeds up Abba's timing. He gets him to free farm. He's even like you can see his ability to play behind the tower. He's hitting this guy under his tower top. Like he literally doesn't care. That's my concern with the Void 4. I feel like in these situations it's a low damage hero and you never really want to contest the carry, especially when you compare it to Tusk. Tusk provides so much more in these early laning stages that it's a bit worrisome, but definitely the mid game and the catch potential of the hero is really strong. I just don't know if it's worth this weak early game. Speaking of weak,
we're gonna have to see him try to respond to the movement down to bottom. Flight's gonna come through the portal. Boxy will mirror this, but they'll turn to the Ringmaster instead with this point blank spear from Sableye. Was secure with a kill to start, but Liquid responds. And even gonna try and run Hellscream down, but have already used their round of spells. Meanwhile, it's a solo kill from Abed mid lane. Oh my.
That was pre-level 6. Usually this matchup is like you get level 6 because I think like 2 armor and 4 armor actually, a lot of buffs, but you know that's when you get this massive burst of physical damage. But the fact he's able to kill him level 5, and that's top net worth.
This is setting Slaughter up for a really strong game, and he's just running Nisha down under the tower. What's actually going on? No way. Ooh. Man, if the Deadshot actually connected from Hellscream, back-to-back kills would have been so devastating for Nisha in a game like this. But you're saying he actually cannot enter the lane at all?
Yeah, this level 6 timing is so rough to play into, as a lot of these, especially the ranged mids. Another matchup I really like Slaughter into is Invoker. You just kind of body him the whole laning stage with, especially when you get level 6, he can't use Forge Spirits, he can't walk up, and Puck's pretty similar, but thankfully
it's a massive
for
kill.
Liquid they finally get something big.
Yeah, you got to get something out of the side lanes when mid is looking as poor as what it is. Another dodge in the dead shot, but this lane is completely secured with the illusion to be able to tank the catapult wave. Boxy gets a nice choreo snipe, and I love how VP are playing around their strongest hero. You know, Abed with a level 7 now. This tower should without a doubt be dead. You know, Puck's going to go all the way back to base, take the resources back up, but this is going to be a game where you're playing with a disadvantage in the mid lane, and now might make it easier for VP to play aggressive to contest the wisdom. We'll see if Abed wants to come.
No money for you.
Bottom as well, we do also see Liquid being the ones that are pushing forward past their half, thinking about contesting, you know, VP's own wisdom. They will actually TP back, secure their own, so Hellscream's going to get that. Flies here as well. They have the higher ground ward, so this will give them a lot of information. This is double TPs from VP, so free up the map a little bit, and importantly, really free up Nisha. You know, he's going to have some time to be able to get some catch up.
I think right now Liquid is going to hopefully be on the back of Ace when he gets his Dom timing in this level 6, which he has now. He has both, and they really should try to group up around him. I think I could even see Mickey taking the gate with his level 6 and just trying to pressure this Abba out of the lane. Abba is a really slow farmer, especially when you have to go jungle. So trying to kick him out of the lane, taking this tier 1 top, I think would be really nice for Liquid. It also, it just opens up the map for everyone. It lets Puck feel a little more active. He can come join in the enemy jungle. I think trying to break down these static lanes is probably going to be in the favor of Liquid.
At least so far, Hellscream. He tried to run Boxy down with the corrosive haze, and he's just right clicks. He might even do it by himself, but the dead shot will push him into range of Abed,
Out of your depths.
who's loving life at the moment. But here comes that movement through the portal like you were speaking about. It's actually going to be both the heroes, Mickey and Tofu. Tomato might just run straight into them, but the shapeshift's going to be activated. Tomato isn't going to get any TPs. One will come through. Both times can be popped, and they will actually respect. Sableye is going to be the X factor here if they continue with a dive. I don't know if they've actually scouted him out just yet, but he's not showing bottom, so feels like they have the read. It is a shapeshift that they won't get any value out of, however.
Surprisingly, I think Liquid's kind of old bot. Nice remnant onto the health screen. He's gonna give me
Is it a kill?
I don't think so.
Well, Ace is also getting run down. Look at the pincer move as well. Arbet coming through the river. They're not even going to require the arena for the kill. Nice movement from them. And meanwhile, the timing as well pushes Tomato forward to get some damage into the tower, but that slows down the strongest hero on Liquid.
I still feel like it's a big missed opportunity for them to not use this Lycan timing to pressure this top tower. I think even with the Mars is showing up to this lane. I think they kind of recognize for VP like, hey, this is the hero we need to kill. This is the guy we need to pressure. We need to help our Abba have a good lane so he can farm his Radiance. And the difference between Abba pre and post Radiance is like massive. So if you get anything that can kind of speed up that timing, get in that Sacred Relic a bit faster is worth my shot to.
They will be able to contest the power route. Arbet with the blink reveal jumps over towards Tofu's. He got the damage. Nice use of the souvenir. Tofu will leap away. Arbet will be able to yoink the invis, but
Radiant's top tower.
let's see what he's actually going to be able to do with it. Shortly, they'll see him potentially running down bottom. So back to what you were saying around top. Do you feel like Liquid should have forced the issue even like with the Mars TPing in? You wanted to see them still play aggressive?
Yeah, yeah. I think if they should have probably brought 5 heroes and just did something kind of crazy. I know they kind of stabilized their lanes, both mid and or bot and top in particular, kind of ended up having decent lanes. But it just feels.
Can Tomato be here? Is this not insane?
This is pretty insane. I think
he's past the T1 tower. I mean, they need the Ren, then it's not going to connect.
He's going to get.
They're just going to chase him down, and they're making their own play down bottom as well. So we're going to see the arena connecting, and the movement from Virtus.pro will secure the kill onto the opposition's carry. But unfortunately for them, their own carry was not playing defensive while they were making a play on the other side of the map. So it'll be a 1-for-1, but it does look like it's probably going to favor Dire in the end, considering they'll get this tower, and Ace is still not in a position to be able to take his own objective.
Yeah, the one benefit of where Tomato died is that he was so far down the lane that they don't have the creeps like next to the tower, as opposed to where Mickey died, which was just right in front of his tier 1 tower. But yeah, I mean, that was a bit over aggressive by Tomato. I think he was kind of feeling himself, and he just wanted to be aggressive. Also, just the fact that Abba doesn't farm jungle that well, so like you want to just push the lane to its limits, get as much gold as you can out of it. But definitely not a good death for VP.
You see Liquid looking to try once again play around the mid lane with the power runes up. Smoker's gonna pop. They won't get the power rune and they won't get the kill. Perhaps on Nisha, I mean, he's catching up still. Is mid of the pack, considering how the lane was looking in the solo kill. Felt like it could have been far worse for the position that he's currently in. Lane, Boxy, be able to play around with the dissimulator. He's going to be able to step out of danger. What are the main things that Nisha has to be worried about this game?
There's a lot he's got to be worried about. Blink Sardar will pretty much just kill him the second he gets the shard. Mars as well just connects the spear, he's dead. Then you have Deadshot plus the calling from Huerta. There's a lot of random ways that he can get like clipped by one spell, and then it's just chains on chains on chains, and his team doesn't have great save. The Ringmaster. He gets out.
Dire's middle tower is
Can you itemize for some of these things? Or unfortunately, it is what it is. Nisha do Nisha God things.
Kind of is what it is. I think there's like Huerta and Mars. I could see an argument for BKB. It's fine, especially if the Mars might be going like a Yules at some point. But versus Starter, you don't really want a BKB.
Dire's middle tower.
And you also don't really want an Andisk versus Huerta, just because the silences are going to keep getting applied to you. So it's. I think the best idea is you just pretend that you're the best player in the world. Which, you know, I mean, I don't know if Nisha has to pretend, but you just don't really buy a defensive item. You just go Parasma, your Blink, your Octarine. That's a nice kill.
Absolutely. Quietly building up a 2k net worth lead here for Liquid. Top lane, an attempt on the life of Ace, but the response is going to be there. They tried to drop the rock, everything used to get the like and kill. A little bit too late from Tofu with the wheel. And now it's just the two supports at the moment. Liquid not bringing the other cores to try and secure the wisdom. And meanwhile, Arbit, he knows this. He's going to be able to jump into the tier 2 tower, but Arbit might have gone a bit too deep here. We're going to get the TP out from Nisha. Nisha will respond. He's got an arcane Brit as well for the puck, but without the Witchblades, if the damage might be lacking. Tomato's able to run Tofu down, but Mickey's even going to show up as well. But the borrow time's still going to be another stun from Arbit in the middle. Now with the corrosive haze, Mickey's in some danger. They're going to have the damage to deal with the DK. They won't have the stun from Nisha. Once again, the Arcane is starting to stack up. He'll snipe down Hellscream. Witchblade is now online. Box is going to be able to catch him. Oh, he misses with the Remnant. Oh, I think he used it before the TP was expecting him to dodge to the right. Ace is going to run down Arbit, but that's not going to happen inside the river. So Virtus.pro, a really nice sequence of events for them in that contest of the wisdom.
Radiant's middle tower.
That was potentially the worst feeling Remnant of all time. Oh.
And now Tofu, another kill they're going to be able to find. I mean, so important. Arbit's getting involved, getting some levels. They're spiking up that gold as well. You put the arena on cooldown.
Went for the Mithril Hammer, which it's like he was in that really awkward position where you have like 2,000 gold at 14 minutes. Like, oh, another jump. They keep getting jumped around the mid lane. Can't avoid these kills. They were up 2k gold. We were talking about like, oh yeah, they're actually getting this net worth advantage. They're getting the lanes, they're getting the gold they need to win this game, and then just
bottom Mickey
in a minute.
Mickey, he's getting ran down. I mean, they're just bleeding kills. They got to stop the hemorrhaging. Tofu's going to try and do his best, and yet they will respect it. Okay. They're not even required of a defensive wheel or even the escape act. They'll just poke and prod VP, forcing some responses, stopping the farming on Lick, because this is just giving so much time to Tomato. This is about to be the Radiance completed for the Abaddon. And he's also pole vaulted himself into the second net worth position. This is also just avoiding that Helm of the Overlord timing that Ace has been wanting to do something with. They'll get a glimpse of the Muerta. We're going to drop the coil, unfortunately, for it. So having to commit an ultimate. See what they can do with the 4v5 if they can open up the map now. Tomato's going to TP mid with the Radiance now online. Even Arbit, they're actually going to try and take the team fight. They'll nuke down one to even up the numbers. So with the advantage that Liquid was playing with is not going to be the case anymore. And Arbit is just showcasing how truly strong he is at the moment. They need to respect him. And you've got to respect Saberlight as well. Caging the bear. The wolf is locked in. But the rock is used a little bit unnecessary. But why not? You'll celebrate with some kills and maybe actually even look to Roshan as well. Virtus.pro these past couple of minutes, a pep in their step, and they're looking to continue with the lead.
Middle tower is under attack.
I think now Aegis probably goes to Abed. I don't think Tomato. Usually the Abba will not go this like first Aegis, and you'll just give it to your mid. You're pretty hard to kill in the team fights anyway. And Abed's gonna get a BKB soon. Like he'll have within the next minute. He'll have Aegis. He'll have a BKB.
Oh, Boxy. I'd be able to time it.
There's no way. There's no way.
Dire's bottom tower.
Hard with everyone surrounding him. We got damn close.
Yeah, I think the cool thing about Void Spirit, I'm pretty sure it still works this way, is you can actually interact with stuff while you're in your W, but only on the center.
Really?
Because your hero actually exists in the world still directly in the center when you press your W. So like you can pick up runes if you use it, you can pick up Aegis if you use it like that. So it's actually a lot closer, just due to the fact that Roche was dying while he was on top of it. When it used to be wisdom runes back when that was a thing, like you would contest it, you just do that, grab wisdom, get out. Now it's like the whole, you know, you gotta like channel it, do the thing where you're standing there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
How do you slow down Arbit? I mean, this guy is a massive problem for him. 6-0 and 7. It's been such an exceptional starter performance. You called it inside the draft, and we're seeing how it's playing out as well. He's got a BKB now, level 13. How do you slow him down now, or is it too late?
It's a bit too late to just like stop him completely, but it's probably itemizing armor, getting Solar Crest on one of your supports. You're still far away, and you know, every second that you don't have a Solar Crest, this is going to keep happening. Drawings on the map by Boxy. I think he's trying to tell his team, like, we need to farm this area of the map, this area, pressure top tier 1. And the story for this game right now to me is it's the same as last game, which is there's no tier 1 towers taken. I think a lot of this might go down to that kind of one opportunity. I saw them a lot earlier when Mickey was level 6 and they didn't really choose to rotate him top. I think that's what's given Tomato such a free game. That's what's kind of made Ace hard to feel like he's had impact.
Oh, nice scan. Look at this scan. They're smoking down the bottom, but they've got such a great read of exactly where Ace is. It's going to try and send the summons forward, but Ace hasn't left just yet. They get a glimpse of him. He will activate the shapeshift, but once again, what is the Lycan going to do when the walls surround him? And finally, a tower's going to drop. He'll also be able to keep his Helm of the Overlord creep by the looks of it, but these are just deaths that are really, really starting to hurt. 4K lead.
It'll be about a 6K gold lead with the Tormentor going down top. And they catch the Dawn Creep bot too. So that's another 250 gold going to Saberlight. Oh, wait, they gave up on Tormentor. I think they're kind of struggling. They're fine.
A bit awkward for Boxy. TP cancel. It's alright, he's fine. He's got a top wave that he can play around.
And so it's about to be a 6K gold lead for VP, and I mean, I feel like the game's kind of slipping away from Liquid. I think they had such a nice laning stage comeback when, you know, maybe there's a struggle in the very early laning stage, but post they were farming better. They were kind of playing the map specifically a bit better between the Lycan and the Dragonite. But ever since that one first clash, I think they've just been getting caught over and over.
I haven't really seen any.
Bot lane's the choice right now, so they're all gonna gate. They're gonna play behind the Abba. There's a smoke for Liquid, which is kind of surprising as to why they're like what they want to accomplish with the smoke. I think they thought about smoking. They see the Abba bot. They're like, oh, we can't kill this guy. They just. But now the smoke is potentially exposing Mickey if he chooses like to stay in this jungle area.
Try and farm up and look to avoid the area. They're going to try and swing to top. Tomato also leaves bottom, so like you said, the play potentially going through the gate and playing behind him with the push. Tomato wants to opt to try and clean up the mid side of the map. Occupying far more at the moment. So Liquid kind of hold up towards top and still haven't taken this tower. So to be a tier 2 that by the looks of it is going to go for free. Niche is a little bit too late to cut that wave. He's going to have to go for the next one, but with a second full wave, this should be, without a doubt, the tower going down. The Aegis is about to expire in 20 seconds, but Virtus.pro, again, this lead is continuing to build. And as we get to the later stages, is there a side you're feeling a little bit more confident about?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I really like VP's draft just because I think I value the Slardar really heavily in this kind of game. Even the Lycan matchup for Slardar feels really good. There's a lot of attack speed slow. You get like 35 attack speed slow, which is pretty nice. If they maybe get a Shivas on the Mars, or even the Slardar might choose to go a Shivas, he'll kind of loses impact on the Lycan. I just think that they kind of scale a bit better, even with the support do. Oh, where did Tofu go?
He's got armlet on Saberlight.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What?
That's so interesting.
I mean, these used to be the build, but that was back when Armlet was broken.
Yeah.
Like it was every offlaner was buying Armlet. That was. I actually like that time personally. I kind of miss it. Armlet's such a fun item.
Radiant's middle tower.
Look at the positioning, Abed. Yeah, very interesting angle just from two of the heroes though. It's Abed and Hellscream. The smash got pop. They get the jump on Nisha. No, Nisha's not going to be caught for the stun, so he can respond in tow, but there's just nothing. I guess Ace is here with a shapeshift, but there's no tier 2 tower for them to TP to him. And Dio also starting to respond as well. Nisha's going to try and poke, but Arbit's going to BKB. So Arbit's finding what can Ace really get done with a shapeshift, and as soon as he runs too close, he's just stuck inside the arena. And we're just seeing this Lycan matchup. It's really not working out for them. They didn't get value out of the hero in the early game. We're taking down objectives, and ever since then, it's felt like he's kind of felt pressured to do stuff on the map, but none of these plays have been working out.
I feel like the game, it's worse than an AK gold lead, right? Like, I don't know, both teams are playing like this is not just an 8,000 gold lead. I think they could just go for the jugular right now on Virtus.pro. This could be one side, maybe two, if they really feel like it. They still have the, like, actually, I guess they used a lot of their ults. There's no arena, there's no rock. Maybe it's a bit too aggressive to just like force this very heavily, but maybe Tomato feels strong enough.
Let's see if their read is actually the right one here. Just a little bit of poke, see if they can force some reactions out of Dive. You've got to be cautious because when the reactions come, it's going to be Arbit jumping in and nuking down the ring master. So there's nothing to get Arbit. Arbit's gone. The spear's going to connect onto the park, but the tank control. They brought down Nisha as well. Over the water left. We're just pushing them further back inside the base box. He's going to be able to get the Astral Step away as well. Meanwhile, Mickey activates the BKB, but he hasn't been able to lock onto anyone. Tomato will present to target for him, but Tomato's still got the borrowed time. This is not the person you want to try and be running down. And in the end, Liquid, I mean, look, honestly, not too bad. Somehow they blew Arbit up, but 3 heroes drop. You have to get the buyback out of Boxy, and it's still another fight that doesn't even come close to going their way.
I think it was a bit too far of a jump for Abed. I don't know if his BKB was cooldown or he just didn't, he wasn't able to get it off. But that was like the one way they could lose, right? It's like you dive past the tier 3, you try to stun, you get these kills, and I guess he traded himself for the Ringmaster, but that's not what you really want to see. His BKB was cooldown from the previous engagement in the jungle, and I don't know, it's like if your BKB's cooldown, is that really worth doing this aggressive jump in? I think I would have preferred him just to play it chill, let the ABBA do everything for you.
Now you dwell
Die back on a Boxy.
in the deep.
Dire are scanning.
We've seen Nisha's got to pull some crazy stuff out of the hat this game, but like you were saying, there's just so many random things that he needs to be worried about. Like as soon as that speed
did end up
connected
going
on
the
him.
build. He went Parasma, so he's just like the pure damage build. He's gonna go back for Shivas now, which I think is nice, but he bought as much damage as he could buy with his first item.
Radiant are scanning.
Motto? Okay. I mean, Mickey as well is looking for as much damage as he's going to be able to get at this stage with the crit stick into the Daedalus queued up. Sure that item's going to come a little bit too late by the looks of it for them to be able to contest with it around Roast. This AC is not bad to help against all the right click damage and the minus armor on Arbed. See how they can put themselves in a position to try and contest this top side of the map. They'll be too late to defend the T2 tower, but Roche is really going to be the important thing.
Under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
It's a pretty fast rush spawn too. It's gonna be up in 20 seconds. They're already controlling the top side of the map, which is where it is. Oh, but wait there, 12 seconds.
Radiant's top tower
run away.
is under attack.
Might? No, they should trade 1-for-1 Wisdom Runes. Oh, they're so unlucky. Never mind.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Walked away as it spawned.
Sure, he's going back in now.
I mean, we're hyping it up, but it was... oh no, they lost 20 seconds. Oh no.
Can you give this up on Liquid, or do you feel like this is a must contest?
Can I answer both?
I don't know if that... I don't know what to make of that then.
I think that it's a must give.
VP, they're coming out of the base. They're going to be able to get the initiation. Quick and easy kill over towards Tofu. Now they've also got the arena down to south as well. Simple and caught Mickey. Back inside, forced the man fight. Is he actually going to be able to win this? Once they have the close base and the rock, Mickey's BKB is going to be chain controlled over to the right side. There's a silence as well onto Puck. A speed connects. Down goes Nisha, and everyone else is surely going to
Bottom tower is
follow.
under
Ace is just running around in circles. There's nothing the like can get done. VP coming into these series without a doubt were the underdogs. But by the looks of it, they have put themselves in absolute prime position. 15,000 net worth lead, a full set of barracks, sprays on the ground as well. Sableye with his revenge is going to look for a second full set of barracks top. They don't even care about the Roche. They want the objectives inside the base.
Radiant's top tower.
I think you can't force this fight outside of your base. It was a good call. VPs, they kind of hit the Roche, but they stopped the second that they know Liquid wants to contest. Oh, he killed his Bloodthorn. Think he's gonna pay for it.
Away.
Sure.
Run! Run,
But he's making space. He's making space. He's got another ult in 4 seconds. But space is over.
The fun was done now. So okay, let's now that you see the fight break out, because you were saying I guess you gave you two answers. You want to see them contest, you don't want to see them contest, and now you're saying like you're taking the fight out at the base. So like now, do you have more of an answer? Is it like, okay, absolutely, we didn't want to see them contest that Roche?
I think the situation was, if they gave up that Roche, it's GG. But fighting outside the Roche pit is a terrible situation for them.
Okay, so it's just
kind of
rough.
Yeah, it was one of those things where we can't fight the Roche, but we also can't give them Aegis, which is why they made the call. They're like, we have to find a way to fight this Roche, and they do the smoke. It's just
Dire are scanning.
They're gonna get there in time,
and they're doing it
Nice
again.
scan. It's gonna be pretty close. It looks like Roche is gonna go down just before they're getting ready to. We'll be able to get the jump over towards Sable over the right side, but look at everyone else jumping to protect him. The arena will protect. If they can get a kill, Sable, it's gonna get the bonus help back. Mickey can't even win the man fight. The DK doesn't have enough, but Nisha's doing Nisha things. Dire's whole pool is starting to fall. The puck spells are starting to stack up. Two heroes have been killed off, but Anisha has to be concerned about the Abaddon running him down. The extra fob control is not going to be there. So Liquid take a pretty decent fight in the end. 2 for 1 into the Ages.
I think Saberlight, he bought Satanic. He has this like very kind of like greedy right-clicky build, and he wasn't able to get any targets. So he goes down, and then yeah, the puck does a lot of damage. I think even with the Void Spirit too, like that's a lot of magic damage they have with the Plasma lowering your magic resistance. So if they can kite the fight out and just keep getting rounds and rounds of spells off, they do have the damage. There's not like a pike, there's no auras. It's kind of just the sustain from the Warlock and the Abba, which isn't enough versus magic damage, but I feel like that potentially was like the worst case scenario for VP, and they still had a pretty even fight.
So 16k net worth lead's gonna help out when you get these worst case scenarios. You would hope for the lead to be able to make these trades at least somewhat okay for them. Now, got time to be able to get back out of the map, get the Tormentor. Actually, it's gonna go over towards Fly.
Radiant are scanning.
See if there can be a repeat, if Nisha can have another fight like this. Shivas is pretty close for him. Got the Whispers of the Dread as well. For the Tough, so he's got a bunch of extra armor from that. There's the Slider, almost up to level 20 though on the Slider. Scepter's going to be his next item of choice. Radiant did have a pretty good Observer down bottom. They definitely saw Tomato, and I think maybe one other person that wasn't inside the smoke. Tomato's, just completed Bloodthorn and Basher too. Holy, is huge.
He just got 6,000 net worth of items. That last fight, if he had the Bloodthorn, because remember, Boxy when he did that. Oh. Hopefully goes down. They're still smoked on Mars and Huerta. I think they might look for a jump, but Liquid should be playing in their base. This is a 30-second opportunity, 4v5. I think you just force the issue. Tomato just goes up. He has the Aegis. He's got 2 more minutes on it. Just start hitting the base. You have every single button in the game. You got everything ready. Liquid doesn't really have the tools to do. They have to commit to a fight with their heroes. Like, you have to commit. And they're gonna be conformed. They're like, okay.
Is that an opportunity? But the up there jumping in. They get the coil as well. In and out goes Boxy, trying to force some reactions, but you still don't have Tofu. So that's coil now on cooldown for this defense that is surely about to come.
Is under attack.
This is tier 3.
Okay.
2 buildings left.
Activate the dragon form. They're gonna get the Fashion dodge as well. Nisha's not gonna have the speed connected, but the arena will still be there. Controlling some of the heroes. Tomatoes winning the puck over the T4 tower. Tomatoes are gonna have the damage. Yes, Nisha pops. Tomato secures the kill. And Ace is still getting nothing done as well with the Lycan. Trying to run the backline down, but they just huddle together. Now Sablelight's got another opportunity. The box will be able to protect Mickey. So Mickey steps over towards the left side, turns on an up it, but again, look at all the saves. VP just protecting each other so well.
The Dire now have victory.
Mega creeps and no puck for 50 seconds with no buy. This is such a hard defense now. And the DK for him, he's got about like 15 seconds left on it. He has to get so much work done. There's no Aegis, there's no Avo. There's like a small window they can maybe burst him, but it's so hard to get the damage done.
If you step a little too close, there's always going to be Arbet to jump. Boxy missed it. They missed out on both the spells. So Boxy trying to make some space, but everyone pretty much is just right-clicking the tower. They know there's a window of 20 seconds. There's no glyph as well. Liquid. It's now or never on the defense. Someone's going to go in, but without the shapeshift, without the Elder Dragon form, it would be a miracle of a fight that they could somehow win, and that is not going to be the case. Virtus.pro will upset Liquid in 2-1 fashion. What a performance from them.
Saberlight, all chats, bing, space, bong. Now just a lot of bing bongs being dropped by him in all chat.
I think
You never
people
know, but
bully and make fun of Nightfall, call him soulless all the time.
nobody says that.
People say that. They say he's a soulless player. And,
You said that.
And I think
So why don't you own your words,
I think that
Jenkins?
people don't rate Night God high enough.
Night God.
Night God, yeah.
You should not call him
Best
Night God. That's
That
not.
the Night Man.
That does
himself.
not come off how you
cometh.
think it comes off.
He comes.